Hello, bonjour, ça va? How are we today? It is Wednesday, I think. Yes, it's Wednesday, March the 26th, 2025, here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, by the beautiful shores of Lake Huron. It's evening time, coming on at the end of my day here. It's been beautiful and sunny for a change. The last few days were very dark and cloudy and snowy. Excuse me, I'm just looking out my big window here, and it actually is blue sky and sunshine. So that's a joy to behold. We haven't had a lot of that here for some time. Anyway, I'm just going to catch up on a few things. I was supposed to come on yesterday, and gosh, just didn't feel like it. So I'm on today. There is I think our last topic, we were still delving into dominance and control on your planet, on your world. How some people kind of fall for it and others don't. Some people can kind of see this as a sign of the times. That's how I'm hearing it. Where if we can It's like if we can congrue with a higher line of time, we don't have to be in the dominance control timeline. And yes, I'm going to say that is very apt for now. I watched season 10, episode 7 and 8 for Doctor Who. Oh, they're taking it off Prime Video in another 6 days, I think. Anyway, I only have to get to 13 and then I'm done, so I'm hurrying to get them all done. Those two episodes of season 10 Doctor Who, if you can watch them in the next few days on Prime Video, it shows you exactly about how dominance and control functions on your world and on your planet. I don't remember how long each episode is. I think they're just under an hour, so it's not a huge amount of time to see the actual visuals of how it's done to an unsuspecting planet by others who want to rule you, and how it then filters through into the entire population on the planet. So again, I'm always guided to see certain shows so that I get a better picture of it. I mean, I hear the information that I'm channeling, I hear it in meditation, I hear it like 24/7 at this point. And yet, it's very nice for me to actually see like a visual representation of how it kind of sort of works out. Different actors and actresses playing it out, of course. But it really, I don't know, something about the visual, right? It just really sinks in. I just finished watching, I think it's number 9 episode, and this one was about Doctor Who on Mars, um, when there were some humans there along with the reptiles. And yeah, lots of good information in that one too. So I'm hurrying. So 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got 4 more to go to get done in the next few days. And I will miss them. These shows give you so much truth and information. And sometimes it's done up, a little dramatically. It's a little over the top scary or silly or humorous or whatever. But bottom line, they're giving you a lot of very good information that, and as I'm hearing it, you would do well to consider and think about. This helps to open your third eye, your mind's eye, so you're not third eye blind as well. Does a lot of extra things that we're not even going to talk to you about as well. So coming up, the next item for discussion apparently is about this Saturday's solar eclipse, and I can't remember what time it hits here, but whatever. You're going to have to check your own time zone anyway. And that is supposed to be a final big push because with eclipses there's two, there's one, and then 2 weeks later you have the other one. So this is all set for a whole new kind of type of informational source code energy fields of light coming through the next day. And I'm finding that these astrologers, the spiritual astrologers whom I listen to, are really talking more about the following day on the 30th, when Neptune shifts into Aries, and it's supposed to be there for a long time. Was it 14 years? Don't quote me on that. I think that's what it is. This is supposed to be massive in the change again on your world and on your planet. So again, take a listen to some of these spiritual astrologers. You know, I always say to you that I like Molly McCourt. I find her information very, straightforward, easy to understand, and very abundant in the information for your growth. So I'm hearing it. What else? When these final changes start coming through or percolating into the atmosphere of you, you will start to be incongrued with the older portions of you, and then you will see a massive change in circumstances for you. This is bringing up a thought that I had with the information I got this morning in meditation. I meant to write it down because it was complex, and of course I forgot. I am getting reminded a little bit about it now. I was hearing about our central nervous system, which is our electrical part of our body, and how that electrical aspects of self, the electrical changes are going to come through. We're going to be more highly wired than what we were accustomed to. So more than what we're used to. And then this sets off a chain of events in the brain stem. There's more configuration with the higher light as a result of this. And I really wish I'd written that down. There was more information too, but it's about this connection. It's a higher connection, electrical connection. This is where we've been functioning at a lower level, apparently. And now we're going to, scoot on up into the higher realms of time, the more divine lines of time, where we're going to be able to be more highly refined to the higher line of time. So whatever these electrical charges, changes are going through the brain stem, the cerebral cortices, and so on and so forth, they're going to make massive shifts and changes in your outlook, in your higher outlook over time. So just remember, you can turn on a dime. So you can change your circumstances. You can change your complexes in the higher light as well as the lower light. You can do a flip. In other words, you can go from, I really don't like my life. I don't like the way things have happened. I don't like how I've handled things in the past. I'm going to change that. I'm going to be free at last. So that's kind of sort of how it comes about, is when you make these internal changes through the mind's eye, then you can see more viability and less crying and dying, basically. So less, it's like, I'm hearing the word immaterial. It's just immaterial. It doesn't count for much anymore. It's like we can transcend time so much more easily now than before, and we don't really have to feel less than. We can feel mighty in our own power, and this is coming back to our higher light, because that's how you feel. You change your view and opinion of yourself as well as others. But it always happens inwardly first before it's projected outwardly onto others. So you're going to see some of these shifts and changes coming through very soon in the autonomy of you. So you will feel more autonomous, more integrated into your higher light. Not quite sure what that word is, but anyway, you get the gist, I'm sure. You get to participate more in your higher light. And you will feel less fright. Because as we know, and as we've learned and been taught, if you don't know, we've been taught about this fear aspect that is part of the dominance and control scene on your world. If you're not in fear, nobody can rule you. When you come from love, that's your own love and your own energy field. And that's a beautiful thing. They can't take that. Nobody can take that from you, because that's how you're wired. That's your wiring. That's your genetics, your DNA, your own electrical system, your heart chakras. They open up and they feed the higher light. And Source naturally gives you this beautiful aura of protection around you that nothing can touch. It's an amazing thing when you see this in other people. It's a beautiful thing. It's awesome. It's connected. You're connected with Source, material of higher light. So you're light. You're lighter and you're brighter. Who can harm that? You can't destroy light. Light destroys the dark. And it opens up a very angry heart. Yeah, so a lot of big changes coming. Hope you can sort through the different wavelengths of time as you're working through to find your way back to your divine line of time. If you do need any help, that's what we're here for. You can book an appointment with us for a session, www.healingourenergy.ca, and we will speak with you another day. Love you always. Take care of yourselves and others. Bye for now.